Hi everybody, Stuart here, and today on the A to Z of software startups is the letter Q. And for Q, I'm going to choose question register. Now, when you're gathering the requirements, designing, implementing, and sometimes even at the testing stage, if things haven't gone quite right, then there can be questions, and there will be questions. And there'll be decisions to make which you're not in a position to make yet. And what I often see is emails flying around, phone calls, Discord channels, Slack channels, asking and discussing and answering the questions, sometimes with, sometimes people change their mind, sometimes research is needed, sometimes certain people are assigned to the task of answering a question. Now this is all well and good, but keeping track of this is quite tricky, and great that questions are identified and eventually answered, and of course some of those questions can be answered before the design and implementation stage, and some can't, so they have to be baked into the design as a configuration perhaps. But anyway, keeping track of all this is really difficult, so and time consuming. So I always advocate from the very start, from the beginning of the requirements gathering session, is to create a question register. Now this tracks any questions that arise that aren't immediately answered in the requirements document. It allows any research to be documented, who you can note who's going to answer that question, who's answered the question, and it's a great way of tracking everything. But also, when these questions arise, you don't need to dwell on them. You don't need to come up with an immediate answer, which people do have the tendency to do, and that can sidetrack discussions. It can delay. Quite a lot in some cases. The requirements getting completed or the designs getting completed. So I won't give you too much more detail and depth, but needless to say, I highly recommend creating a question register to track all your questions and decisions, and you'll be glad you did. Anyway, have a lovely day everybody, and look out for my next video. Take care. Bye bye.